What's up, everybody? It's Erskine the Prophet here to do another video. And actually, I was supposed to include the video I'm about to do now in the video I did yesterday, but somehow I forgot to do it, so I have to make a separate video, and that's why I'm back so quick. But anyway, today's video is going to be titled, I don't think life, or I'm not sure life necessarily all started in Africa. And the reason why I have to make this video is because, once again, that's one of those claims that people make that I'm not so sure they could back up with facts. I'm going to tell you the honest to God's truth. I'm starting to get the feeling that life evolved everywhere on Earth pretty much the same time. If you look at people, and I mentioned yesterday how we look different based on the conditions we had to cope with here on the planet. People who were in cold environments ended up looking a certain way. People who were in extremely hot environments ended up looking a certain way. People who may have been exposed to like a lot of sunlight, eyes may have developed a certain way. I even talked about the Tibetans who have the ability to withstand very high elevations, and they're the only human beings on the planet who can do so. Everybody else would have to acclimate to those elevations. And the reason I'm gonna tell you, and I guess there's so much BS information out there. We almost kind of got to try to start at some beginning point. Let's say the beginning point is the oceans, the water. Let's say that all life came from the water. I'm kind of leaning towards that because all life that I'm aware of on land is still pretty much made up primarily of water. All life has to drink an abundance of water just to survive. And every animal except for the primates, the monkeys and the apes, every animal knows how to swim instinctively. So those things make me believe that life probably started in the water, and eventually certain life forms made their way onto land. I also have to believe that the trees were here before that happened as well. I'm not really sure, how the trees came about. But because everybody looks different, it makes me think that people were evolving at the same time in different parts of the world. Now, it could also be that life did start in Africa and is different, whatever. I'm not even sure I don't know if it would be, what it would be. I'm going to say hominids for now. But as maybe these life forms did, expand from Africa and branch out and evolve that way, that's a possibility. I'm not saying that that my theory is gospel or the absolute truth. I don't know. I'm just trying to give another possibility of things may have, of how things may have went down. Something else I kind of want to bring up. Excuse me. I kind of want to bring up is how close we supposedly are to the chimpanzee genetically. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not buying that no more. They say that we're 99.8% the same genetically as a chimpanzee. We human beings are. I'm thinking that's an error too. That can't be right. So basically, we're closer to a chimp than a chimp is to an orangutan or to a gorilla. I'm having trouble with that. If that's the case, then all animals are probably 99, somewhere in the 90% range related to each other genetically. I'm going to make that assumption if we really are that close to the chimp. I'm going to tell y'all I'm not buying that. That's only a 0.2% difference. If we're that close, then how come we can't mate with chimps? How come we can't produce offspring with chimps if we're that close genetically? Unless that 0.2% represents a whole lot of difference. We're nothing like the chimps or the apes, or the monkeys. We're just not. And I'm honestly starting to think that whenever the monkeys came about, because we really don't know. Now, if you look at evolution, because the monkeys are the least evolved of the primates, you would assume that the monkeys were here first, then the apes, and then us. I'm not so sure that's right anymore. I used to think that as well, or that maybe we had some kind of common ancestor with the chimp or one of these apes. But I'm really starting to think that if we evolved, at around the same, that the monkeys, the apes, and hominids, I'm gonna call them hominids, because I don't really think they were humans, like modern humans yet at this point. But I'm starting to think that they all may have developed around the same time, all around the world, you know. And I'm saying this because we really have to stop pigeonholing ourselves with these stupid theories that don't make no sense, that there's no facts to back up, and that they're presented as the gospel to us. Like, okay, this is what you got to go by. Like that theory I told you about, you know, the dinosaurs being killed 65 million years ago by an asteroid. Nobody knows that. Nobody knows what the hell killed those dinosaurs off, or when they were killed off. You know what I'm saying? But that theory is presented as fact all the time. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was there 65 million years ago. So we have no idea. We really have no idea about any of this stuff. We don't know where the hell we came from. Nobody does. And all of these things you hear are just theories, you know, possibilities. There are a lot of different possibilities, but nobody hasn't nailed down anything about this planet or any other solar system or any other galaxy. It just is what it is. Now, something I do find odd, you know, I mentioned this in another video a long time ago, but apes cannot reproduce with each other. They're not close enough genetically, which is odd, because even a lion and tiger can reproduce offspring. You know, it won't be able to have children, but they can reproduce. A polar bear and a brown bear can reproduce offspring. You know, a lot of animals can reproduce with each other, but none of the apes can. You know, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna assume different monkey species can't reproduce with each other either. But if you think about it, all different types of humans can reproduce with each other. So I'm really starting to wonder, man, how close we really are to these apes. Now, with that said, I have definitely seen people with ape-like characteristics, people who have ape-like features. I've seen them. So I guess we are somehow have something to do with these apes, but I just really can't put my finger on what. In terms of intelligence, people try to make it seem like apes are close to our level of intelligence. They're not. They're not even close. Then, to be honest, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all might not know this, but apes are not even the smartest animal. They actually did a test where baby birds were just as smart as full-grown apes from intelligence tests. So that means like a full-grown raven, a full-grown crow. One of those type of birds may actually be smarter than these apes. You know, the whales and dolphins may be more intelligent than the apes. They just live in different places, so physiologically they're different. So it's really hard to tell based on ability. But the apes are nowhere near our level of intelligence. If the apes were really anything close to human beings, they would have figured out how to build boats by now, because none of them can swim. You know, they would have figured out some type of floating device to get across the waters because they can't swim, but they haven't figured that out. Not even close. So as much intelligence as we like to give to these apes, human beings are far and away more intelligent than anything on this planet. I can't even consider us animals because our intelligence is so superior. We're more like the gods of this planet as opposed to other animals. You know, I know we are related to animals in a sense, but I just believe our intelligence totally separates us from the animals. That's how high our level of intelligence is. You know, there's not another animal that I know of that can build a building, that can build a ship, that can build an airplane, that can build a computer. They're not even close to doing anything like that. I mean, you have some animals that can build nests and dams and things like that, but that's gathering sticks and twigs. That's what they're doing, gathering sticks and twigs, and that's the extent of it. But yeah, y'all, it's like so many theories out there that don't make any sense, and we constantly bombarded with this crap. And I'm just like done. I can't take it, man. You know, I'm striving for intelligence, for wisdom, for knowledge, for enlightenment. That's where that's my whole goal, to be as smart as I possibly can. But you know, you got to start off with something, you know. And it look like I'm gonna have to be the one to figure out these things and start everybody off, because we just can't rely on the scientists. And the scientists, I guess, who do know something, you know, they keep their mouths shut. They're not talking about anything. But for the reasons I stated, I'm not entirely sure their life started in Africa. Oh, the other reason why I'm thinking, if you look at the conditions in Africa, these conditions are everywhere all around the planet. You know, there's sun and rain and water and forest everywhere. In South America, North America, Australia. If you look at how long if you look at some of the animals in Australia and how powerful their venom and poisons are, I'm thinking life must have been in Australia for quite a while. You know what I'm saying? Asia, you know, there are Africans who have been living in these Asian islands for 60,000 years. How did they even get to these islands? How in the world did they travel to these islands if they came from Africa? You know, so, and that's what I'm saying. The life might not have started in Africa, as they keep trying to tell you. You know, it may have just started all over the place. We don't know what caused us to evolve, how we came about, really. You know, I mean, I don't know if a monkey evolved. I don't know if an ape evolved. I don't know if we all were created separately from some other life form. You know, it's hard to say. But the whole point is nobody knows. We don't know. And we need to start from the point of nobody knows. And all of this is hyperbole, theories, probabilities. You know, there is nothing set in stone for anything on this planet or anywhere else. We just don't know. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just, you know, stop the video there. I just wanted to make that point to everybody that we don't know. We don't know anything. You know, you can't look to religion for answers. You can't look to science for answers. Where do we get our truths from? How are we going to get our truths? You know, just something to think about, everybody. But anyway, I want to say I love y'all. Thank you for watching the video, those that do. You know, once again, for this video, I'm only asking the intelligent people who understand where I'm coming from to comment. You know, those are the only comments I'm going to reply to at this point for this particular video. You have to come with it. You have to come correct. You have to come knowledgeable for me to respond on these type of videos going forward. You know, with that said, anybody can like the video. I'm taking likes from, you know, the dumb as well as the smart, the intelligent as well as the stupid. You know, I'm sorry, y'all. I shouldn't do that. But anyway, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. You know, I'm trying to put stuff out there that nobody else can do. I'm trying to be on another level and separate myself from these other YouTubers, because what I'm hearing from a lot of these people is just nonsense, stuff that don't make sense. And I'm talking even from the real smart people. They'll get to a certain point and then just fall off the cliff. But anyway, y'all, I love y'all. Peace.